Well, tonight, Sustainable Kingston is having its second in a mini-series, speaker series. And so tonight we have Mara Shaw here to speak, and we also had Tom Rand to speak. We had one 2 weeks ago, and it was very successful. We had over 60 people. Everybody really enjoyed it and got lots of information out of it. Tonight we have the second in that series, and I'm really looking forward to hearing what they have to say. Sustainable Kingston really is working in 4 different pillars. We want to deal with social, cultural, economic, and environmental. And what we're trying to do is provide speakers in all those different pillars so that we really can give people the opportunity to have discussions in all 4 pillars and about a lot of different areas of interest. So what we're doing with our speaker series is we're giving people opportunities to hear what other people are saying, but also to be part of that discussion and part of those conversations so that we can really expand what's going on in our community around sustainability in all 4 pillars.
Well, thank you. So let me start by saying that climate change is bunk. How's that go over in this room?
So why are you here tonight, Marks?
Well, because Sustainable Kingston is starting a great new venture of getting speakers in to start this whole dialogue. And because Loving Spoonful is right on the cutting edge of food and climate change and food security. Well, the foundation of Loving Spoonful was around reclaiming food, and food waste is a huge problem. We're wasting $27 billion worth of food in Canada annually alone. And that's about 30% of the food that we're producing is going to waste. And we recognized that back in 2008, started a little pilot project which has since bloomed of going to restaurants and caterers and bakeries and wholesalers and farmers and gardeners and saying, hey, give us all of your surplus food, not the stuff that's been out for service, but maybe the stuff that was beautifully presented on a buffet. All of that is still really good food. What we're doing is we're taking all of this food from these restaurants and caterers and other food establishments and farmers and providing it directly to shelters, to meal programs, to drop-in centers, wherever there are people who need food. And I can tell you all of these shelters and meal programs are struggling with their budgets. So if we can alleviate their food budget, they can then put that money into programming that the people that they're serving desperately need. So it's definitely an environmental initiative, but also a poverty reduction initiative, and just a part of what we do now that we've really become an established program in Kingston.
I'm in Kingston because Sustainable Kingston has invited me to give a talk. So I'm going to be talking to a room full of people who probably already get the kind of problems that we face. So it's a chance to really dig deeper on why those problems exist and what the solutions might be. Well, my core expertise from a business perspective is clean tech. I know how to bring clean tech to market. Next generation solar, energy storage, smart grid, waste to fuel, that kind of thing. So that's really that's my day job. But what I'm spending a lot of time thinking about lately is what are the systemic reasons that are blocking mass adoption of these technologies? What are the economic models that we use? And in particular, what is the psychology of humans that allows us to ignore this problem? And that's what I'm going to be diving into tonight, is the psychology of denial.
Why is it important people come to events like this in our community?
Well, I think if they come to events like this, first of all, they show support for what Sustainable Kingston is doing. That's very important. And what the city is doing around climate action change. So both of those are very important. But they also get a chance to hear what other people are talking about and thinking about in the areas of sustainability. And they can be involved in that conversation. Whether they like it or don't like it, they can still play an active role. So one of the things that we try to do in Sustainable Kingston is have active citizenship. This is part of active citizenship. When you're thinking about who you're going to vote for in next November's elections, you really want to know what the issues are out there, what the thoughts are on both sides, and then make up your decision in your own mind as to who you want to vote for. We're not saying who you need to vote for, but just really make that vote based on true information that you've heard and found out through things like this.
I think it's really important that we're here tonight because food affects us all. Those are choices that every single one of us can make. Maybe we can't choose which energy provider we're buying from, but we can all decide what food we're going to buy, how much we're going to buy, how much food waste we're going to permit, which is a huge problem in Canadian households. And we can make a pledge to just buy what we need, use what we have, and shop rationally.
I do this because I'm one of those people who stays up late at night worrying about the heat death of our planet, and I can't sit on the sidelines and not do anything. So I'm involved from an entrepreneurial perspective because that's what I do. I'm an entrepreneur, so I'm in clean tech. And I do these kinds of talks because I don't see any of my peers, or very few of my peers in the business community, talking turkey about climate. And so someone's got to do that. So here I am.
Many of you know the City of Kingston is developing a community climate change action plan. Right now, on top of the other things we're doing, we actually are working with a brand new partner, COGECO, who's partnered with us on a number of things. But they are doing a show for us right now called Sustainable You. It's a do-it-yourself show, which is great. And we've already done 2 shows, and there are more coming up. We're probably going to do a group of 8 or 9 shows over the next few months. But 2 of them are there now. One was shown a couple weeks ago. One is going to be shown next week. And we're really looking forward to working with COGECO on those shows. They're really great opportunities to find out what a lot of the small not-for-profits in our community are doing to really help people. We've already had one with how to save seeds. The next one coming up is how to prepare for winter bicycling. And we're going to be doing that sort of thing to really help people be more active and do things that they want to do in their community. We're very active in social media, so we have a very active Facebook page. We are very active in Twitter. People can like us on Facebook, and they can connect into our Twitter feeds, and that's one way to find out. But we also have we have a current website, but we're going to have a brand new one as of mid-December. So they can take a look at that. Just Google Sustainable Kingston, it pops right up. And we have all the information, not only what we're doing on there, but also what a lot of our community partners and other organizations within the community are doing around the areas of sustainability. So it's very easy to find out what we're doing that way.
I was burnt out. It's kind of like, trying to pull babies out of the stream that are drowning, right? At some point you go, we really have to go back and figure out why there's all these babies in the stream.